Welcome back to my Sonic Retrospective. Wow, after 3 videos, I'm finally done with Sonic 1. So, naturally, on to the next game released. Sonic Eraser.
Come and get me.
I wish. Okay, this one is a little out there, but I couldn't not point out that this game exists. Sonic Eraser was released as a downloadable title from Sega MegaNet, which was only available in Japan. You could access the Sega MegaNet by purchasing the Sega Mega Modem and paying a small 800 yen monthly fee. The modem used a special DE9 connector found on the back of the original Mega Drive models, and used a dial-up connection. Sega originally had plans to release the MegaNet in the US under the name Telegenesis. There was even mention of it in the second issue of Electronic Gaming Monthly in June of 1989. But the service didn't really take off in Japan, so the project was scrapped. Plus, starting with the later versions of the Model 1 Genesis, the ones that removed the high-definition graphics from the top of the console, and Models 2 and 3, the connector that the Mega Modem used was removed. A couple years later, Time Warner Cable would try their hand at this whole online gaming thing with the Sega Channel. But there weren't any Sega Channel exclusive Sonic games, so I won't be talking about that. So let's fire this thing up and... oh, a book. Oh right, this was a Japanese release. Luckily, there's an English translation by Derek Sobodash. The closest thing I can compare this game to is Columns, but even then I risk offending a game that's actually good. Let me just say this now, this is not a good game. It's obviously not a Sonic game, and barely passable as a puzzle game. The controls are good, as far as puzzle game controls go. D-pad moves everything around and one button to rotate the pieces. The pieces have different shapes, but rotating doesn't change the orientation, just the position of the gems/shapes within the piece, which is disorienting most of the time. So you have 3 modes of play on the main screen, but they basically just boil down to single player and multiplayer. Though even if you do choose single player, a friend can still join in. From the single player menu, you have 4 more modes of play. Round tasks you with clearing all of these nuclear capsule things to get to the next level. Which can get challenging pretty damn fast. Normal is just what it says on the tin. You get random pieces, and you just try and survive as long as possible and go for a high score. The pieces start dropping faster with each new level, and the speed picks up pretty quickly. Oddly though, the speed resets after level 8. While recording footage for the review, I had an exceptionally good run in normal mode and saw something I hadn't seen before. I'm not sure what triggered it, but late into level 11, I noticed Sonic charging up a Sonic Spin at the top, then suddenly dropped down into the playing field and took out a huge chunk of pieces, generating some nice combos and bumping me up to level 12. I later managed to get to level 19 with that boost. No idea how it happened. Doubt is very appropriately named, as you'll surely doubt your sanity and why you're even playing this in the first place. While playing, the red triangle gem will randomly turn into the white square gem. And there's no real way to predict when it'll happen. It'll definitely throw your combos off. You can play this if you're feeling a bit masochistic, I guess. Finally, we have Block. I actually find this one kind of interesting. In this mode, when a block settles, the pieces hanging over the gap will not drop unless there was a match made. I don't think I've seen this kind of thing in very many puzzle games. I would almost recommend this game just for that if it weren't for that god-awful music. Good lord, this is terrible. Ugh. Anyway, I guess we could take a look at the 2-player options. Oh hey, there's Sonic. Oh god, this music is worse! Ah, what's with that metallic banging sound? When has that ever been cool? So this mode plays just like normal mode in single player. Only in this mode, getting a combo will... Sonic, what are you doing? Are you drunk? Anyway, in this mode, getting a big combo will cause a short attack animation, causing the other player to lose control of their pieces for a little bit. This mode doesn't last very long unless you ramp up the difficulty, but even then, neither one of you will last too long. God, those sliding layers! Oh god, that looks horrible! Yeah, there's not much to this game, but I can't really fault them too much for that. I mean, what can you really expect from a download-only game over dial-up? What is here is mostly just bland and generic, and the music is just terrible. I'm almost sorry for making you listen to it. Really, the only enjoyment you'll get out of this game is watching Sonic punch himself in the throat. It's almost disappointing that the Sega MegaNet didn't make it, but if this is the kind of thing offered, I can see why it failed. As far as I can tell, the only way you can play Sonic Eraser is through emulation, and honestly, that's probably for the best. Wow, 4 videos in and I haven't even gotten to Sonic 2 yet. There can't be that many Sonic games, right? Oh.